In addition to nesting selectors, SASS lets you nest properties within the same namespace. For instance, you can do this with font family, font size, font style, font weight, font variant. They're all in the same font namespace. Let me show you what this looks like by adding a rule for our paragraphs. Normally, you might start declaring your paragraph formatting like this: font-family, and specifying a font family, and then you might put font-size and specify a size, etc., etc. We're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and use nesting to be able to accomplish this. To do this, I'm going to specify my selector followed by the word font in this case. Then I'm going to put a colon and I will hit return. I'm going to make sure that the next line of code is indented, and I'll add the declarations that I want to style. So in this case, we're going to do font family, font size, font weight, and font style. I'm also going to do the same thing for margin settings. So for my margin, I'm going to put margin colon, and then I'm going to put top 0, left 0, right 0, and bottom 0.5 ems. If we save our page and we go look in the browser, you can see what my page has rendered to. The paragraphs are all getting styled, and you can see that the font family is applying, as well as the margin settings that we've now specified. If we look at the CSS, you can see what this is compiled to: font family, Georgia, font size, font weight, font style, margin top, margin left, margin bottom. So in addition to this, you can include one or more values on the property namespace. You might consolidate some of this and write it like this. I'm going to specify that my font be 0.875 ems with a line height of 1.4, and I'll specify that I want to use the Georgia font, resolving to a serif if that's not available. At this point, I don't need these 2 lines of code, so I will delete them. And if we save and look in our browser, you can see that nothing on the page has really changed other than the line height. If we check our CSS, you can see that my CSS now is rendering with the shorthand font property, and then we have the more specific rules for font weight and font style. I tend to use the shorthand notation, so in regards to the margin, instead of writing it out like this, I would probably be more apt to just write my margin and have it be 0, 0, 0.5 ems, and 0. But nesting the properties can certainly make it a little bit more readable, and if you find this to be useful, I encourage you to explore it.